The first sign of change came on an ordinary morning. The assembly hall buzzed with the usual chatter of students waiting for prayers to begin. Jide sat with his siblings, their heads bowed, their spirits weary from the growing tension. Suddenly, a new voice broke through the noise, a voice filled with calm authority. "Good morning, students. My name is Mr. Okoro, and I'll be joining the teaching staff at St. Augustine's." The man who spoke stood tall and confident, his crisp white shirt gleaming against his dark skin. His eyes swept across the room, landing momentarily on each cluster of students. When his gaze reached Jide and his siblings, it lingered, and for a brief moment, Jide felt as if the man could see right through him. From that day forward, things began to shift. Mr. Okoro brought a new energy to the school. His lessons were engaging, his demeanor warm yet firm. He encouraged students to ask questions, to think critically, and to challenge the status quo, a stark contrast to the lifeless routines they had grown accustomed to. The siblings found themselves drawn to him. During a math lesson, when Jide hesitated to answer a question, Mr. Okoro smiled encouragingly. "Don't be afraid to make mistakes," he said. "It's through them that we learn." Jide nodded, his confidence growing. For the first time, he felt that someone in the school cared, not just about their education but about them as people. But Mr. Okoro wasn't just a teacher. The siblings noticed that he carried a quiet strength, a presence that seemed to unsettle some of the staff. One evening, as the siblings passed by the staff room, they overheard two teachers whispering. "He's different," one said, her voice tense. "He's not like the others." "We need to watch him," the other replied. "He could ruin everything." Jide exchanged a glance with his siblings. What did they mean? And why did Mr. Okoro make them so uneasy? The answer came a few nights later. The siblings had just finished their prayers when Mr. Okoro appeared at the door of their dormitory. His expression was calm, but his voice carried urgency. "Can I speak with you all?" The siblings followed him to the chapel, its dim interior illuminated by a single lantern. Mr. Okoro turned to them, his face serious. "I know what you've been experiencing," he said. "The whispers, the fear, the darkness in this school. I've seen it too." Ada's eyes widened. "You believe us?" she asked, her voice trembling. "I do," Mr. Okoro said firmly. "And I believe you have the strength to face it. But you can't do it alone. That's why I'm here." Over the following days, Mr. Okoro began teaching the siblings how to stand strong in their faith. He introduced them to scriptures that spoke of courage, protection, and the power of prayer. "This battle is not just physical," he told them. "It's spiritual. And you are not fighting it alone." The siblings began to notice subtle changes. The whispers at night seemed quieter, the oppressive weight in the air less suffocating. Even the other students seemed calmer, their laughter less forced. But the darkness hadn't disappeared, it was merely retreating, waiting for its moment to strike. One evening, as the siblings gathered for a study session, they heard a commotion outside. Stepping into the hallway, they saw Mr. Okoro standing face to face with a senior boy, the leader of the ritual circle. The boy's eyes were wild, his posture aggressive, but Mr. Okoro remained calm. "You can't stop us," the boy hissed. "This school belongs to us." "It belongs to God," Mr. Okoro replied, his voice steady. "And his light will always overcome your darkness." The boy sneered but stepped back, his confidence faltering under Mr. Okoro's unwavering gaze. Jide watched in awe, a spark of hope igniting in his chest. For the first time since their arrival, the siblings felt a sense of peace. Mr. Okoro's presence was a beacon in the shadows, his faith a shield against the growing darkness. But they knew the battle wasn't over. The forces at work in St. Augustine's wouldn't surrender easily. The siblings, with Mr. Okoro's guidance, would have to prepare for what lay ahead.